So let's go. YJ, man, this ain't a flow decoded. I just want to talk about YouTube. I want to talk about YouTube. I want to talk about sectors, quote unquote sectors of YouTube. We got the black sector, Mo3 sector. I think at one point there was a young Dolph sector, beef sector, all of these sectors, Dr. Umar sector, conscious sector, talking about black empowerment and things that have to do with black people, in which that's where I come from. For those who do not know. So, for those who do not know about these different sectors, this video is not for you. You can click off if you subscribed, because I made a video about the Whitaker family. This video, you may not know anything. You can stick around though. Stick around though. Just hit the like button if you still here. It's not for them. This is for the people who know what I'm talking about. When you talk about these different sectors, you get in. I did. This is just overall. I'm about to learn. I forgot the Kanika Jenkins community. They call it a community at a certain point. I don't know if they still do or not, but the Kanika Jenkins sector, J for K, if you will. Now, in all of these sectors, there's one thing about every one of the sectors that I named that holds true. There has to be someone here for there to be people here. And this is not a knock to anybody when it comes to these sectors, because this is just how things work on YouTube. This is like YouTube politics shit I'm about to get into. Back to what I said, though. There has to be someone here for people to get here and then to get here. So when we talk about that, now I could go to the Dr. Umar sector. I'm just pulling rabbits out the hat. I'm going to just keep pulling rabbits out the hat just to bolster my narrative that I set forth with. There has to be someone here for people to be here. Now, when we talk about all of these sectors, the one common parallel that always stands true is there has to be a bigger entity that people gather under to talk about. Dr. Umar sector. There's Dr. Umar and all the shit that he says. And there's people who either agree or disagree with the shit Dr. Umar is saying or doing. Black sector. We'll move on. Black sector. From my point of view, that was Tommy Sotomayor. He was on YouTube. I think he's on Rumble now, in which I haven't really watched any of his Rumble content. But when I came to YouTube and started interacting in different sectors, Tommy Sotomayor was the head honcho. When it comes, the head honcho, that basically just means you got the most people in your chat. He was the guy. Tommy Sotomayor. He says something, and there's people who either disagree or agree with what he's saying. And it brings them up. Conscious sector. I can go to, I forgot the Mo3 sector. We'll get to that as well. But for right now, the conscious sector, or the black empowerment, blackity black sector, in which that's where I came from. That's where you resided in. You got people saying things. People under here saying things either for or against him, in communities on YouTube being built up under the bigger. Fuck it. For sense sake, I just mentioned Mo3. There was the death of Mo3. People with conspiracies. This happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. That community got formed like that. Like this shit, it works in every one of these sectors. This is just how. And you may be like, oh well, nigga, we know this shit, man. What are you talking? Just chill. Kanika Jenkins sector. Kanika Jenkins, the death of Kanika Jenkins was just very mysterious. It was very controversial. It was a lot of things that were on in the case. And put this is the footage. Did you see this in the footage? Well, what you didn't notice, and her cousin went live on Instagram, and and there's nothing wrong with any of this, I might say. At this point, when the inception of a sector is never what it ends up being, which what it ends up being is what I have a problem with. But we're going to continue. Hold that thought. Now, as we continue, what did I say? Which one haven't I mentioned yet? Beef sector, which was Kaya and T Madison. Some shit from this is knowledge that I had that I think I know when it comes to this sector, because this sector is very highly, it's basically ran by homosexuals. So I don't know too much about it, but from what it seems to be is that Kaya and different people were choosing sides in the T Madison, and people who are fans of the T Madisons and these different people up here, and they gathered together and formed their community, in which the beef sector at this point in 2025 seems to be the biggest one out of all of them when it comes to the support, when it comes to the money. The Mo3 sector and the fucking beef sector seem to have some of the higher grossing when it comes to the numbers, and the 600s in the chat, and the 1,000, king of 1K, queen of 1K, and all this shit. People getting 1,000 in their chat. So I said all that to say, every single time these sectors are formed from a person who was a person of note, celebrity, if you may, there's going to be a community almost that just gravitates together based on if they like or dislike what this person is saying. And after a while, I mean, from any of these sectors, the Mo3 sector, Kanika Jenkins sector, this part that started it eventually is completely wiped off the board. And the start or the head of how it started, even from the conscious community sector, where, it started off and people were debating knowledge and debating Kemet, debating Hebrew Israelitism, and debating all of these topics. And it usually 99.9% of the time, what it is now in 2025 is not what it was in 2015. Because all of these, they kind of go back, except for some of the newer ones. They all go back to a time of yesteryear, 2015, some would say 2012, around that era. But I can guarantee you, every single one of them sectors that was born in that era in time, they are not doing the same shit they was doing then. The whole landscape is not about information in the conscious community. When it comes to some of the conscious channels, yes, there are conscious channels that were based from things of yesteryear that are still actually debating these things, in which I kind of salute to them. But at this point, I try to listen and tap into some of the things. It's just like, man, it's grown men bickering. At the end of the day, it's a lot. What you see now in these sectors, and I can make a countdown. The doxing, your mama job is on the line if you on here and you got a YouTube channel in some of these sectors. If they figure out who the fuck you is, you on the line. Your shit on the line, your business on the line, your sister. What is your sister work? We trying to find that out. I had a disagreement with you. So I want to find out where your sister works so I can put the shit up here. Oh, your sister work at a nursing home? Okay. Let me put the nursing home in the chat. Let me put the address in there. Matter of fact, let me put the telephone number so all the trolls can call up there and try to get her fired. How many people in these communities have gotten fired from simply having a YouTube channel and talking shit? And usually it's a reciprocity that goes on. You know, people who do bullshit get bullshit, but in some cases, there's people who just be up here talking shit. Man, they get off work like I do, come up here and talk shit. That's enough. That's all the trolls need. Dead family members that done passed away. People finding eulogies, people finding paperwork, people finding pictures of your mama putting dicks in their mouth, AI and all type. I really had no point to this video. For those who don't know anything about this, you're probably looking at me crazy. But yes, this is what's going on YouTube. This was an informational video to those who do not know about what's going on. For those who do know what's going on, this ain't nothing but another black man talking about shit going on, ain't doing shit about it. Guess what? I'm not doing a damn thing about it because I done, yeah, I ain't. I'm up here just doing my shit, man. Doing my music, doing my content, going live once a week, Tuesday, on the Bank Music Group channel, talking my shit. Salute Boss Man Blake. I'm out, man. I ain't got nothing to say. The crazy part, I don't even be having a point when I make these videos. You like, man, fuck you. You didn't have no point to that video. I sure did, man. I hit record and just talk my shit, man. I'm out this motherfucker. Oh, man.